What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the TCG Empire YouTube channel. Today we are going over what to buy Wednesday. If you're new here, you're not sure what it is, it's where we take the deck of the week and kind of break it down. We break some of the cards down, see if the prices are worth it to buy into or not, and go from there. So this week we did talk about the red-green Trafalgar Law. So we're going to be starting with the leader. Now the leader, it did come out in set 1. The prices for leaders are non-existent. I mean, they're around a quarter to $1 at most. You can probably get this for free from a friend, so don't feel hesitant, to get one of these. They're really cheap. You do not need to play the alt art leaders, so definitely keep that in mind. As far as the leader goes, though, you're looking to spend about 25 cents, maybe more if you need to pay shipping, but overall it's not bad at all. Next, getting into the characters, we have the blocker Trafalgar Law. This is the 5-drop. It's the one that you play so that way you can shambles into it and then get its on play to summon another character. So overall, it's very strong. About 3 months ago, it was around the $17 range. It had a small tank. It went back up to around $3.96. Had an even bigger tank, almost cutting the price in half down to $8.22. And now it's kind of gained more value over time with, Law being more playable and Whitebeard not being a thing anymore. Zoro and Law tend to be the decks that people gravitate towards, so it's staying around the $15 mark. Now again, these prices aren't going to be consistent in this aspect of, this is just a general idea of what it's worth, but if you're looking to get them, you are going to need to play around 4. You could safely play 3, but 4 is probably the magic number, so you're looking to spend somewhere between $75 and $80 for the playset. With these Trafalgar Law, this blocker, it's always kind of been in the price that it's been. I mean, looking even at the 1 year, it's had a high of 24, but it's kind of been staying around this, mid-center range. So it's probably going to stay here for a little while longer, so I would feel comfortable getting them. Next, we have the 5-drop Trafalgar Law. This is the other one that you shambles into, so that way you can restand a character when you go for lethal. The prices for this aren't bad at all. You're looking to spend around, $5.60, and now it's a high of around $4.82. Again, some places have shipping included, some don't, so you're looking to really spend somewhere between $6 and $7 a copy. Not bad. You do need 4 of these, and looking at the 1 year, it was around $1 card, but it did have a big hype, so it went up to around 5, back down, and then as it saw more playability, it's back up to around the $4 mark. So again, not a bad price at all. Then we have the Monkey D. Luffy. This is the 5-drop. We've looked at this quite a few times and the price has just kept going down. This is the one where you play it, you attach to Dawn, and you gain Rush. So looking at this, we'll look at the 1 year. It was around $5, had a big price jump to around $24, and then dropped all the way down to about $4.68 where you're at now. You only need to play 1 to 2 of these because you can shambles into them, and the meta isn't really consistent with blockers at the moment. There are blockers in format, but it's not as dominant right now. But it could be a good card to play in the Law Mirror match, so definitely would recommend picking up at least 2. You're looking to spend about $10 for 2, not a bad price, and we've kind of seen this card going down, but it's kind of stayed steady the last couple weeks, the past month or so at this price, so definitely recommend picking them up. And then next we have the fun card. This is the starter deck Zoro. This is the one that when it's in play, if you have a Dawn attached to it, it gains plus 1000, so it's a 6000 power rather than a 5000. So looking at the 1 year, was around $2, dropped down to the cents range, up to $2 again. Now it's down to the cents. You only need to play 1 or 2 of these. You might not even need to play them, but if you want to get a play set, you're looking to spend about $3 for 4 of them, which isn't bad at all. The DigiDead has them for 75 cents, so about $3.99 with shipping, so definitely not a bad price. Highly recommend picking these up. Now, the fun Zoro that we always talk about on this channel. This card has been the 3-drop rush for every red player because it's just so good. About a year ago, well, at the start, sorry, around November, it was around 21, went up to 29. Went to a super high of 33, dropped all the way down to 20, back up to 28. Then it had a very big drop down to 16, like I figured it would. And now it's back up to around the $19, $20 range. So, they're not at a bad price. These prices are probably going to stay steady. I mean, as we've seen since about March, the prices stayed somewhere between $26 and $20, so it's usually going to stay around there. So them being at around the $19.54 range, with how playable Law is right now and how playable normal Zoro is, because Whitebeard's not in format as much, it definitely is something good to play. So I would definitely recommend getting 4 of these right now. And then next we have the Searcher cards. So the first card we have is Nami. This is the 1-drop, so that way you can look for a Straw Hat card, just to set up the board potential. So we'll look at the 1 year again just for the general ideas of it. Around, March of this year, they were around $1.52, went up to around $4 with Law's extreme playability. Now it's gone down to around $1.10, give or take a few cents. So for a playset, you're looking to spend somewhere between $4 and $8. Again, it just depends on if you're paying shipping or not, but for Nami, with how much playability it's had over time, definitely not a bad price, so I would definitely recommend picking them up. And then the final searcher that we have to look at is the Jewelry Bonnie. Jewelry Bonnie is the green searcher that you use, so that way you can pretty much look for everything. Other than the Straw Hat crews, you can look for supernovas, which means that you can grab things like the Monkey D. Luffy, you can grab the Zoros. As they're supernovas, you can grab the Laws. So overall, Jewelry Bonnie is a super solid searcher. And looking at the 1 year, it did have a high of around $3.70, but it's just tanked from there. So being a starter deck exclusive card, and the starter decks kind of being hard to come by, spending the, 64 to 95 cents on a copy isn't bad at all. You're looking to spend about $4 for the playset, and you kind of need these. Plus, they're super good searchers in green, depending on what build you're playing. So definitely recommend picking these up. All the cards today, they seemed okay to, pay for. The only ones that seemed kind of off were Law, but that's just because Law has tanked. So it could go back down to around maybe the $10 range. And then potentially the Zoro. Again, it just had a big tank recently, so this price is probably going to be more course corrected with how playability has been. So it's probably going to stay around this price. So definitely recommend picking them up, especially considering that some places have them for around the $17 range. So you don't want to be spending $20.50 or $21.99. You want to get them before, you have to pay even more than that. So as always, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, smash that like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Otherwise, I will catch you guys in tomorrow's episode of Trash Deck Thursday.